Zoe had finally come clean. She was using street fentanyl, ran out of money, her withdrawals had started, and she didn't know what to do. She had other options, but thankfully she decided to trust in me that night. She admitted everything, all of it, and all of it happening right under my nose for months. It was another reminder that drug addicts are the absolute best liars in the world, just like the joke I heard at my first NA family meeting. An alcoholic will steal your wallet and deny it. A drug addict will steal your wallet, deny it, and then try to help you find it. Zoe's dad, my brother, died from a fentanyl overdose just 17 days earlier. 2 days before that, he paid off Zoe's dealer, left her with a plan to home detox, and then asked me to take care of her. Those were his last words to me. I knew nothing about the plan. I knew less about fentanyl. But the more Zoe shared with me that night, the more I realized we had just gone through this with Dennis and failed. 2 years of trying to help him just crashed to a halt with his death. So what the hell were we going to do with Zoe? How is someone supposed to help an addict? Should help even be offered? My name is Daniel, and I'm Zoe's uncle. These were my questions 6 months ago.
Welcome to Flowers for Zoe, Stories for Dennis, a podcast that invites open and real conversation, sometimes controversial, on the lived experience of substance use and recovery. Our framework brings 3 perspectives: the lived experience of using, the lived experience of caregiving, and the clinical lens of mental health and addiction support. So you just met Daniel, my brother, Zoe's uncle. He brings the caregiver perspective to helping and supporting a loved one who uses. He invites a perspective that challenges caregivers to care differently and to consider approaches such as harm reduction and radical, compassionate support as helpful ways of supporting a loved one's recovery journey. In a moment, you're going to meet Zoe. She brings the life experience of being a former fentanyl user. She talks transparently about the steps that she took to reduce risk, the things that she did to use safely, and how medically supported detox, along with rehab and safe supply, have helped her quit using fentanyl. She invites you to follow her 5-year plan with wellness, her goals to create the life that she wants. My name is Lara, and I'm Zoe's aunt and Daniel's sister. I'm a licensed clinical therapist and a supervisor, and I bring years of clinical counseling experience with mental health and substance use programs into these conversations. Okay, so the opioid crisis, it's a complex public health issue. It's in the headlines, we hear the stats. Death by opioids claims 12 lives a day in Canada, and in 2021, it claimed the life of our brother, Dennis, Zoe's dad. When we talk about substance use disorder, it's so much more than somebody's sad story. We're also talking about contaminated illegal drug supply. We're talking about high rates of prescribed opioids and the issues that come with long-standing opioid tolerance and dependence. While things are changing, I have learned that many people don't ever really get a chance to experience a safe space to talk about addiction. I've also learned that while so many professionals care deeply and want to help, we often fall short in delivering good service that is timely, compassionate, and meets a person where they are at. My hope is that this podcast will bring together our experiences, the lived experience and the wisdom from those who are in it to help find a better way.
Hey guys, my name's Zoe. Thanks for joining us as we talk about my recovery journey. I want you all to know that this podcast is definitely not going to be all rainbows and fucking butterflies. I mean, after all, this was the darkest time of my life. But on the plus side, my 5-year plan is filled with positivity and good things that I want to share. I know the harsh realities of feeling alone and hopeless, and I know what helped me and what didn't. I can share with you the most important things that I learned about getting the right support and building the right team. I want to share with you what's behind the name of this podcast. Flowers for Zoe represents the dreams my dad had for me. Each flower represents a goal on my 5-year plan. And Stories for Dennis are the updates that I have for my dad. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, or that could help you along your journey, you can always come and join us on the podcast. We can discuss a variety of different topics and answer any questions that you may have. All you got to do is reach out. You can contact us at www.flowersforzoe-storiesfordennis.com.